Good evening and welcome to the news on TV360. My name is Emily Agu. The federal government has alleged that some politicians in the country have links to the dreaded Islamic group Boko Haram. Coordinator of the National Information Center, Mike Omiri, while briefing newsmen in Abuja, said some politicians were currently being interrogated for their connection with the Islamic sect. He said the arrest and the interrogation is sequel to the recent raid of Balmo Forest in Darazo local government area of Borno State. Omiri said items recovered from the terrorists during the raid include registration cards that implicate some prominent politicians in the country. President Goodluck Jonathan has nominated the Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Osita Chidoka, as a minister. Chidoka will be taking the slot for Anambra State in the Federal Executive Council. A lecturer in the Department of Political Science at the University of Abuja, Suleiman Olarewaju Abubakar, was also nominated as a minister to represent Kwara State at the Federal Executive Council. Both nominees are to undergo screening by the Senate and possible confirmation. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Thursday closed its case in the trial of Femi FaniKayode, who was charged with money laundering while serving as Minister of Aviation. FaniKayode, a former Minister of Aviation, is standing trial on an amended 40-count charge bordering on money laundering before the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos. When the case was mentioned on Thursday, the prosecution counsel Festus Keyamo, through a letter delivered by Vitalis Ohatu, informed the court of the closure of the case. The defense counsel Wale Akuni did not object to the letter by the prosecution. He, however, informed the court of his intention to file a no-case submission to the charges against his client. Consequently, Justice Rita Ofili Ojumobia gave the defense 21 days within which to file their application before the court and ordered the prosecution to respond within 7 days on receipt of the process. She adjourned the case till October 28 for the adoption of the final written addresses. A day after human rights lawyer Bamidele Aturu passed away, tributes have continued to pour in following his death. Aturu passed away Wednesday at a hospital in Lagos. He was aged 49. During his lifetime, Aturu was known for his doggedness in fighting for human rights and the abuse of power. Aturu studied law at the University of Ile-Ife and was a devout lawyer who stood for the rights of the oppressed in the country. President of the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, Yerima Shetima, described his loss as a big blow to the nation. In the same vein, a former chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association, Monde Ubani, described Aturu as the best Nigerian whose activism was not targeted at attracting public attention or government's appointment. Now moving on to foreign stories. More than 20 people have been killed in the deadliest night of Israeli air raids on Gaza since its current offensive began, a Palestinian official said on Thursday. The health ministry said most died in attacks on a house and a cafe in Khan Younis in the south, bringing all of the overall total death to 76. Among the dead include 8 members of a family, including 5 children, who were killed in a pre-dawn raid on Gaza on Thursday. Militants in Gaza continue firing rockets into Israel on Thursday, with sirens sounding over southern towns. Israel's military has not commented on the report of the deadliest single bombing raid since the Gaza offensive began on Tuesday. A U.S. gunman has surrendered to police after opening fire at a suburban Houston home, killing 6 people, including 4 of his own children, as well as 2 adults, authorities said. One of the suspect's teenage daughters called the police after the gunman's deadly rampage. The 15-year-old was able to direct police to her father's house, even though she was shot in the head. She remains in critical condition. After a 20-minute chase, the suspected gunman eventually surrendered after a 3-hour standoff with deputies who had cornered him in a nearby street. Police said the incident appeared to have started over a domestic dispute. And now moving on to sports. Nigeria has been suspended from all international football competitions after a court sacked the executive body of the Nigerian Football Federation. FIFA had accused the Nigerian government of being behind the sack of the football leaders and gave it till Tuesday to reverse the decision, but the government refused to do so, insisting it had nothing to do with the sack. FIFA says the suspension will be lifted once the court actions have been withdrawn and properly elected NFF Executive Committee, as well as General Assembly and the NFF administration, are able to work without any interferences in their affairs. However, the most immediate effect is that Nigeria will not be entitled to participate in the upcoming FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup from the 5th to the 24th of August 2014, should the suspension not be lifted by 15 July 2014. We spoke to sports journalist Toyin Ibitoye for his reaction on the suspension, and here's what he had to say.
Our government is the major financier of our football. There's no argument about it. And usually in Africa, when government puts so much money into a venture like our football, they're always interested, whether for politics or for whatever, always interested in how these monies are spent. So you cannot always rule out government asking questions about, come, account for this money, account for that money. That is where it starts from. Government invests so much, government wants to find out how you are spending it. It's okay. But at the same time, there is a regulation by FIFA that these people, I mean, a lot of people are attacking FIFA, that what is FIFA's business in Nigeria? The people that FIFA, is protecting are not Ghanaians. They are Nigerians that we elected into office for a 4-year term. So FIFA is saying, look, you guys elected these people to run your football for 4 years. If they are guilty of corruption, no problem, let your corruption agencies deal with them. But government doesn't just come out and slam and chase people away and appoint people. FIFA deals with statutes, elections from congresses and all of that. You don't just come and appoint somebody and say, rule, and take charge of this thing and say that FIFA will recognize such a person. That's why FIFA have come out clearly to say, look, we don't recognize whatever you've done. Your Congress of Saturday is null and void because it didn't follow our statutes. And we should know how to operate these things. Government can call these people. They are Nigerians like you. They know how it works in Nigeria. Government can call these people and look, we are not happy with you guys. We want you guys to take a walk. They can resign honorably. Or you can call them into an office and tell them that we are not happy with you. Your next Congress, we don't want you guys to come back. Government can use this machinery to deal with them whichever way they want. So these are the issues that I feel we need to, be more diplomatic about, instead of coming out in such a hasty manner to make pronouncements the way we've made it, and in the full glare of FIFA watching, reading the press releases, reading the statements of the minister, clearly indicating that this is government interference at work.
We also asked Toyin how he thinks the dispute can be resolved. Here was his response.
One way, meet FIFA's deadline, reverse the suspension, bring those guys back. Those guys already know that their tenure in the NFF is over, because if government is not backing you, you're as good as gone. Those guys know that it's all over for them. So you can bring them back and tell them that, look, you guys are coming back. You are the ones that will tell FIFA that we are resigning honorably. It's not pressure from outside influence. We have done our best. We want to go. We want some other persons to come with fresh ideas to run our football. That could be a way out. Another way out is for government to call all the stakeholders together. They have influence from the state government level to the state FAs. They have influence. I say, look, at the next Congress, vote these guys out of office and bring new people in. That's another way.
FIFA has dismissed an appeal from Luis Suarez and the Uruguayan Football Association and upheld his 9-game ban and formal suspension from all football-related activities. The Uruguayan international was banned for biting Italian defender Giorgio Chiellini during the 1-0 win for his side at the 2014 World Cup. Suarez hoped that FIFA would show leniency after he apologized to Chiellini, but the world governing body have stood their ground and upheld the ban. FIFA released a statement on their website confirming that they have rejected his appeal. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Emily Agu. Do have yourself a good evening. Goodbye.